Hey guys, and welcome to another 5 minutes tutorial. Today we're going to be looking at importing the model of the little safe model that we made back into Unreal, and we're going to see how that affects the texture, and we're maybe going to, I'll show you the website for turning textures into normal maps and things and creating a material. So let's get straight into it. We're going to go to the corner. We've got our project, we've got our thingy. Whatever you've made, it may be different, but for me it's this little safe dude. We're going to export to a non-native file format, and we're going to save that as an FBX. I've got some other stuff there that in the exports panel, but I'm just going to go straight to my desktop, and I'm going to go into my models folder where you can see I've made a lot more. I'm just going to create a new folder. I'm going to call this tutorials. And then I'm going to go into there, and I'm going to call this safe, even though it doesn't really look like a safe yet, but it will do by the end, hopefully. Anyway, so things we need to look at on the export section. We've got smoothing groups. We're going to include those, even though we've not smoothed anything in this model. We're going to include that anyway, because it's handy. Turbo smoothing again, normally because I use turbo smoothing myself. It's quick and easy. Bit of a hatchet job, but it does the job anyway. Preserving edge orientation, and there's not a lot else really that we need to worry about. Okay, so these are just all the attributes of the model. Everything in here is what we're going to export out, and we're going to save this information so that it imports correctly into the Unreal or Unity or any of the other model games engines that we might be using. Okay, so that's our project open. Let's just go straight in. We've saved that and exported it to the desktop, and now I'm just going to quickly open up the desktop, and I'm going to go to my models folder and I'm going to go, where is it? It's in tutorials, so we know where it is, in a safe FBX. I'll drop that in, and FBX just stands for Filmbox extension. It's just a thing. Now you need to make sure that you import as skeletal mesh is not ticked. The only time you ever have that ticked is when you've got a boned object. So that's anything from a humanoid to a quadruped, anything that moves, anything that walks, anything that you want to basically move on joints. Okay, so anyway, here we go. So we're just going to import all from there. Make sure that's not a skeletal mesh, because it's not. Okay, that's finished importing. And then you can see it's also brought the safe texture with us as well. It's not created, it has also created a material, which is brilliant, which is what we want to look at next. So the base color on that material is a UV, and that UV is the safe texture, which is excellent. Right, okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go to cpetri.github.io/normalmap_online. Just as it's spelt here. Or alternatively, the way I found this place was just Googling normal map online. This is great. You can download some of the extensions for Photoshop, including the Quixel suite, which is an excellent suite, but it does cost. So this is the cheap alternative. Okay, so now all I'm going to do is I'm just going to go to the left hand side, and I'm going to select where my texture is, and I save that to, where did I save it to? Save textures, there. Save texture. Wait for it to upload. Okay, there we go, and as we can see there's quite a bit of noise in this at the moment, so I'm just going to bring the strength down, about 1.31, yeah, that'll do, and then the level down to about 5, there we go. And there is our normal map. It's got some texture to it, as you can see, but not too much. Okay, and just for the sake of example, that's absolutely fine. And NRM, I always denote the normal maps that I make as NRM at the end, just again so it's clear to myself, because I don't always file things best as I should, but you know, that's by the by. You guys are all going to make sure that you properly name everything, and you're obviously going to file everything in a nice, decent, ordered file structure, unlike me. Okay, so I'm just going to drag this down and straight into Unreal when everything starts loading again. And when it wakes up and realizes that it's in the there we go, and I can drop that in there, and that should now just import that, and it will tell me that it's a normal map. It's imported it as a normal map, and that's absolutely great. And there we go, so that's in there, that's absolutely fine. So we're going to go back to material now, and I'm going to just duplicate this texture sample and copy it down here when everything wakes back up again. My laptop is being dead slow, I don't want to comment. There we go. Copy and paste. And then I'm going to hook that straight up into the normals. And then I'm going to change the safe texture to safe NRM. Okay, and that will update. So we'll apply and save that. And there we go. As we can see, that's updated now, and we've got a small amount of roughness to this. Well, we've got a small amount of normal mapping to this. I think it's quite blended because we did set it up to be quite soft, which is fine. I'm just going to add a roughness to this as well, and what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to set this as a constant, and it's going to be a constant of, I don't know, 0.2. I'm just going to apply and save that, and as you can see, that's just made it slightly more metallic, but not too shiny, which is quite nice for me. That's what I wanted, really. Okay, so let's drop back down out of the material editor. Let's zoom back down to there, shall we? Okay, and now when I drop in my Dave BP, there you go, and we're going to just pull that up, and we're going to resize him down. .25, 0.25, 0.25, a quarter the size-ish was originally. Drag it down to floor level, and we have a quick run around and have a look. Okay, I'll have a quick look at this, and you can see there, you've got all the relief in there, you've got the panes in the side even, have this texture that's mapped in the same way, so you can see there how this has all kept its same correct sizing. You know, it's not skewed or anything like that. So yeah, I mean, we could have condensed down this texture even more in the same way that we did the first time around, and did 3 or 4 iterations, and it would have been like a proper material, proper metal material. But we could have done that, but it would have taken more time, and we wanted to keep these videos short. Anyway, okay, so that's just importing the model back in. Really simple and easy. In the next one, we'll probably look at something completely different again, so just keep your eyes peeled. And we'll see you in the next one.